Hello, fellow masters. It is I, the Domotaku, and welcome to the FGO podcast, post-anniversary podcast. Happy 3rd anniversary! Yay! Happy 3rd anniversary! It's been great, guys. This anniversary has been so far pretty chill and kind of boring at the same time. And I'm gonna be honest, I already did this recording like twice. So, small story time. Essentially, I recorded this thing like yesterday, although some shit happened with my phone today, and I had to hard reset it, right? And essentially, it's fine now, but I lost like 14 days worth of shit in the month of July, and I was like, okay, I guess like all my my images, my text, that's fine, right? And no, I actually lost my 1 hour recording of this podcast, so I'm redoing it now for the second time. So I'm just like, shit, not scripted, maybe scripted, but I think it'll be a lot more clear and concise and less confusing because I have a lot more new details and news and my notes and stuff. So let's get on with the podcast. Hope you all are having a good day. Sit back, relax, listen, and we got a lot to talk about, somewhat. So anyways, last time I did a podcast, that was like last month before the Lost Belt 2 stream, so we have a lot of good things to talk about and some updates and stuff in our game so far. One of the biggest things, right, is the game engine update from Unity something to Unity like 2018, I think it was. And so far, this was the big thing, is like, make a transfer number, write it down, make sure you don't forget it, and just import it in case like something goes wrong with the game engine update or whatever. So I was like super paranoid about it and stuff, although it went off without a hitch. And hopefully you have your accounts and all still, but your transfer numbers, so keep those in handy, you never know. But yeah, that happened. And in terms of the game engine update, I can't really tell too much of a difference in like anything from my iPad. The biggest thing that I can think of, like, that I'm thankful for this engine update, is that my game runs more smoother on my phone now. So if you guys didn't know, I have 2 accounts in the FGO NA. I have my main, which is on my iPad, and a sub account, which is free to play on my phone. You might see him around from time to time now this year, because the game actually runs a lot smoother. Like, it doesn't stutter when I'm trying to fight. It doesn't load all the time when I'm trying to roll. You might have seen some of my Scotty rolls. I did a video on my phone to my free-to-play account, so that's cool. So yeah, it's just so much more consistent to play FGO now on my phone. And it's just like, it's actually kind of bad because I kind of stopped playing Vanguard Zero, honestly. But I mean, I love both games, and like, now I can finally enjoy not Vanguard Zero, Go FGO without any like interruptions or errors or issues and stuff. And that's pretty good because my free-to-play account actually has some incredible luck and stuff. So that's one of the main drawbacks for myself personally in terms of the game engine update. My game runs so much smoother on my phone, and maybe it runs smoother overall. I can't notice too much of a difference. If you guys notice a difference, let me know in the comments below. But that's one of the big improvements of the game engine update. Next, we also have a bunch of quality of life updates and stuff in the game, like UI and stuff. One of the big things that I must applaud for this update is the Mystic Code selection screen, because number one, it's so much more better. I didn't hate the old one. I just prefer this new one more, because like nowadays the Mystic Code thing, right, you can finally see which costume you want to pick, and then instead of like these dots on the bottom, you can now like see what suit it is. Just tap it, equip it, done. Easy. So much more better. Like back in the day, like you just switch between tabs and shit, and you have to see which suit it is and then put it on a bit until you switch again. And I'm just like, okay, where the frick is that one suit? Is it after this suit or is it before this suit? That sort of thing. That shit's fixed, and honestly, thank goodness it's fixed. Like, it's pretty cool. So thank you, Delightworks. Thank you, game devs. That's one of my favorite improvements in this game so far. Other things, let me check my notes here. So other things, I'm pretty sure, where is the thing? I had a bunch of other notes here. One second. Oh man, see how organized I am, guys, in my notes. I guess there's not anything else here. Okay, never mind. The next quality of life update is in our CEs, because eventually afterwards we have our bond CEs now, which is a huge update. Basically, the bond CEs do not take space in your inventory anymore. and that is a big thing because they're like bond CEs are essentially really special CEs you get for using your servants, so it shouldn't take up space in your inventory. And everyone's like, you know, having their inventory real full after playing this game for like 3 years now. We need to also boost your inventory and stuff. And that's honestly great, because a lot of the times, actually, before this update, I did have a lot of my Bond 10 CEs for my servants in the second archive, because I'm just like, okay, I don't really use you too much, unfortunately, so I'm going to keep you in here. And then now that they don't actually take up space, I just, you know, put them back in my thing, and there's a space in my second archive now, so that's all good. Awesome, great. And I could actually, you know, see which one is the Bond CE as like a special mark on the top left corner of the Bond CE, so that's pretty cool. Thanks a lot. Very good. Next, we have a new feature with the friends list and the friend support stuff. So we have a follow feature. Now, this one at first confused me the hell out of me because I didn't know what the hell to do. But follow feature is honestly really only used for newer players and people starting the game. Because what follow feature does is, instead of having someone added on your friends list and your supports and stuff, follow feature allows you to use a person's support without actually having been friends with them. So, and these servants, you can use these followers and stuff for the first part of the story, part 1, so the singularities and stuff. Anything past that from the epics or lost belts is a no-go. I don't know if they'll change it in the future, but that's, you know, it's a pretty good way for people to catch up, technically. So the way this thing works in terms of like thing is, you have to search up their ID manually. So you can like use someone like after the battle and then add them as a support or a follow and stuff. You have to like go into your friends menu tab thing in the main menu, and then you go to search search person by their ID, and then there is the feature to add them or follow them from there. So that's how you do that exactly. I was super confused on how to do that at first. And the perk about this is that basically, if you're starting this game and you need a bunch of like veteran players to help carry you throughout the first 7 singularities of the game, and you're trying to add them on your friends list, but they don't have space or something like that, or they don't add you because you're a newbie or something like that, then, you know, you can just use the follow feature. And follow feature works the same way as friends, where if you use their supports, you still get friend points, which is awesome. So you know, people like veterans leave your ID publicly and stuff and let people follow you and stuff, and that's great. You can only follow a max of 3 people, so there is like one big FGO player in particular I know who would be a good person to follow, so there's that. And yeah, you know, if you want to follow me, I'll leave my code somewhere, maybe in the comments or below in this podcast or something like that. Hopefully I do that post edit. But yeah, you know, if you want to follow me and use my stuff, if you're starting new to the game and want to get past the whole shtick and catch up to us, then that's totally fine by me. Feel free to do that. I will lend my support whenever I need. And besides, I've tried to add like newer players anyways, so there's that. So that's a pretty good feature, I gotta say. It was confusing at first on how to follow people, but I figured it out eventually. Next up, we have a buff with MASH. Now, MASH, we don't have like a buff per se, but essentially, now that if you use MASH in your party, when you're doing main quests in the Lost Belts, so part 2, you get 20% bond for all allies. That's pretty good, because Chaldean lunchtime is 10% increase, right? So if you stack that with MASH, that's a 30% bond increase when you do main quests, and main quests of the stories will give you a lot of bond. So that's pretty good, and I'm pretty sure, I think I used it a lot, and I end up getting a good bunch of bond in that Lost Belt 2 before Scotty came out. Yeah, before Scotty came out, I was trying to like farm quartz like hell, so there's that. So that's a good thing to do. I don't know about I don't think this applies to... Yeah, it doesn't apply to the singularities or the epics, only for Lost Belt 2. And you need to use the other MASH. I'm not saying the name sakes for spoiler stuff, but I mean the other MASH. So that's good. Speaking of Lost Belts, that's it for like game updates, I think, so far. I mean, there are 2 other big ones, but they're part of the anniversary, so I'll discuss them there. But yeah, that's it so far before pre-anniversary updates and stuff. Speaking of Lost Belt 2 was honestly really great. I really enjoyed the story, and I really like FGL story. If anything, makes me love the servants and just like the like, you know, I wanted an anime. I like the characters. I like the action and the visuals and stuff. Like Lost Belt 2, I gotta say, like had some pretty sick ass visuals and like, you know, a lot of like story stuff. Like number 1, I like Napoleon now. Number 2, I like Sigurd and Brynhild. I like Ophelia, and Ophelia was pretty cool in the end, you know. If you haven't read Lost Boat 2, then I won't say what happens, but I mean, she was pretty cool in the end. This whole, like, world and Scotty and Sitanai and everyone, like, that was so cool. Like, I really dig Lost Boat 2. And then the cutscenes and, like, the awesome, like, CG, like, visual stuff, like, where the moments happen and stuff. That shit's bomb, dude. Like, they really upped their game in Lost Boats, and I gotta say, like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Can we get an anime of this? Like, the Lost Belts, like, please? Like, can we just get a lot of Fate Go anime? Okay, that's my nerding out, aside from that now. So, yeah, Lost Belt 2 is great. Can't wait for Lost Belt 3, which I believe is called Sin. And I think it comes, like, later in the month. I don't remember exactly. I think it's, like, before Halloween. I know we get one, like, towards the end of the year. I don't know if that's 4 or 3, though, so don't quote me on that, but we will be getting at least Lost Boat 3 by the end of this year, so guaranteed that. So, speak afterwards, Lost Belt, we have the announcement for like how they are broadcast stations. So we had volume 8 and 9. We had like 2 FGO NA broadcasts like really close to each other, which is pretty surprising because it's the first time they've done that. But because of global pandemic, they have to, you know, we gotta tone down and we gotta do the more streaming and stuff. So I was watching the live stream, and this is basically the whole stick of the anniversary, all the stuff that we're getting right now. It was pretty cool. The only thing I want to talk about this live stream experience was that I tried to like live stream myself reacting to the news and stuff, and like, you know, checking out Albert and Kadok's voice actor was also there, and then they also had like the director there too and stuff. You know, I was like, I've never really reacted to their live streams before, so I want to try this out because this is the big news, you know, the Scotty and the anniversary and all the goodies and stuff. Except, yeah, I had a fun time dealing with YouTube, who would basically block my shit every single time someone was talking or there was visuals and stuff. So that was fun. Yeah, essentially, like, I don't know what happened, but like in the beginning, I would watch it like full screen, and there's like my camera in the corner and my face and stuff. I'm just like talking about like stuff as they talk, you know. And then all of a sudden, black screen, and it's like, oh, stream unavailable. Stream has been suspended for policy violations. I was like, what the fuck you mean policy violations? And I'm just like, oh, it's like if you're basically using the audio, here's the audio, the copyrighted audio, or the video, or something like that, and it basically blocks my whole damn stream, and like basically a black screen bar of nothingness. And I was so damn pissed off. I was like, wow, okay, so I guess I can't just do anything with this then, right? And it just cut off in the worst times. Eventually, afterwards, I would like go non-full screen. You can see the chat. I'm still in the top right and stuff. You see the video, you see my whole desktop and stuff, you know, like the Google Chrome layout and stuff, and the video details and stuff, and that still got like blocked and shit. And I was like, okay, so it's clearly like the audio, it's like the audio from this video and stuff, which is super dumb. And honestly, when I was trying to look at it right now, like that broadcasting is unlisted, so it's really hard to find unless you have a link. So I don't understand this shit. It was just so damn annoying, and honestly, towards the end of it, like, it was just useless because the majority of it is just a black screen of like, I don't know if you can hear me or not, and you can't see what the hell's going on or what I'm talking about. So it's just a waste of time. And, you know, YouTube, whatever. It's just like, I would have loved to like, you know, show my first reactions to like all the free quartz and stuff we'd get from the anniversary, but no. Okay, rant over. That was it. That basically just means I won't be able to do live stream reactions for other future broadcasts and stuff. So forget that, you know, freaking whatchamacallit, freaking YouTube and stuff. Okay, no more salt in the air. Now we talk about the anniversary because that is what we're all celebrating right now, right? So clearly this anniversary has been going on for quite some time, and hopefully all of you fellow masters have been taking taking advantage of it and stuff. We also had the Paul Bunyan event. I actually forgot about that, and I need to make a visual for that, maybe, who knows. But yeah, that Paul Bunyan event is pretty simple. I mean, it came back like a few, like was it last year? I don't know. It wasn't too bad. Okay, guys, if you didn't get Paul Bunyan yet, then there's your chance to get a free 1-star berserker, who's not too bad. I mean, and you also get a good bunch of goodies from doing the quests and stuff. So that's not the main thing, though. The main thing is the big 10 great things of FGO's third anniversary. The 10 great campaign or something like that. Is that what they called, right? So basically, number 1 is the memorial quests. So this is the boss fights spanning over the singularities and the epics. I actually have a video of this on my channel. You can check them out. Honestly, the very first one, the OG 7 singularity ones, are on the easier side. I say easier, but then I have like, you know, experience in the veteran. Hopefully for new players that are actually very clearable, but then they're sort of doable because like everyone has like just one single boss, except with the exception of America. So it's not too bad. Everything afterwards with the epics is different because then they have break bars and stuff. And I was like, in my video, I'm just like, okay, knuckles cracked, serious time. Like, okay, we gotta deal with break bars and shit. There's no way I'm gonna be cheesing these battles, right? With the first 7, I cheesed it with Double Scotty and Buster memes, right? The epics boss fights, I know I had to try seriously. I was like, okay, I gotta bring the strong servants and take like more than 15 or 10 minutes to do them because, you know, it was way longer. And then they also have the famous Saber Altar Singularity F boss fight, which I also have a video on. Check that out if you wish on my channel. That one was pretty okay. This battle, honestly, like I feared it so much when I first did it because I think back in the day we didn't have Chloe, right? So now that I have a good assemble of teams and servants, I can like do it without being too scared anymore. And honestly, I've seen so many people online doing some party shit and some one-shot 3-turn kill things. I'm just like, damn, I should have just done that. So like, it's super impressive what people in the internet can do, but I'm not too smart in this game in that way, so I don't know these combos and, you know, strats and stuff. I just did it normally. I johned and stalled and used the unlimited NP spam works, so there's that. Hopefully you guys are able to complete that as well. There's a bunch of summon tickets. It's 5 AP. It's not too bad to restart, you know. It's just a free summon ticket, basically. And I'm pretty sure you can use command seals on it too. Don't use quartz because quartz are valuable. They give you a summon ticket too. So just, if you want to use your command seals just to get through it and get a free summon ticket, then go for it, because who knows, that might get you something. So in doing the first was it Orleans and then Babylonia boss fight, you get these 2 tickets which you exchange for the traveling sea outfits of the servants. So there's like 39 different one of them. I have chosen my 2 in both my phone and my iPad. So on my iPad, I was struggling to pick which one I wanted. Let me know who you guys picked in the comments below, which 2 servants in the traveling seas you guys picked. I'm very curious to see who and why you picked them. But my dilemma was like, okay, there's 2 tickets, which is way better than having 1, but there's 39 of them, and I'm just like, shit, I don't know who to pick. I like all of them. So then essentially in the end, it went down to 2 people that I have and just coincidentally happen to be in the same class and are like the only 2 in the same class, and that is Abigail and Hokusai. You know, Abigail I was thinking of like from the start because she's like my pancake daughter and stuff, and her traveling outfit looks pretty cool actually, you know. And then then afterwards, okay, so if I pick Hokusai or I pick Abigail, like who else would I pick the second one? I was like, well, I might as well just pick the 2 foreigners because there's only 2. They're the duo, they're the pair, it's all good. And then that way I won't feel too bad about not picking everyone else. On my phone, I did Musashi and Nero, I believe, because I just like Saber class overall. And Nero was my favorite servant in my phone, so there's that. So yeah, let me know who you guys picked for your CEs because it sounds like really hard. Like there's so many like good ones like Suzuka, Archer of Inferno, Reshigal. Gosh dang, these like all look so good. Carmilla. It's so hard. Like, why can't we just have all 39? Like, please. Like, that would be too much, but like that's too much CE space in my inventory. But I mean, they all just look so good. Like, we can't have them all. So there's that. Next campaign, so what is that? It's part 2. We have the login bonus streak. So this one is pretty standard. You log in 9 days. We just received the 10 tickets today. So if you guys received your 10 tickets in your gift box today, then good on you guys. You guys kept the login streak. If you guys did not receive 10 tickets, then check your login streak, guys, because I'm sorry to hear, but 10 tickets is pretty good. And like, you know, honestly, like having to do 10 tickets and like if you break this streak, wait, is it if you break the streak it's gone, right? I think so. Well, actually no, but then the whole login, the anniversary period from the 6th to the 22nd, so maybe you might have some flexibility in it. I don't know. I just don't ever not log in every day, you know. Just log in every day, guys. It's pretty doable. And then that was it. And then also we have part of this, might as well include the other thing. So we have the login bonus renewal thing. So this is the savior of my existence, the bone of my sword, the inspiration for the skit that I made for the Scotty video. Check out that video if you don't know what I'm talking about. But essentially, this is the thing that saved me and probably a lot of people's asses if you're veteran players. But essentially, ever since, if you logged in the game since the start, then you would be given like about 200 quartz, basically, because originally after your 100th day login, every 50 days after, you would be given 20 quartz. So that's been the normal since the start of the game. But now they're changing it to 30 quartz. So after your 100th login and after every 50 days, you get 30 quartz, a whole multi-roll. That's pretty good. So basically, we didn't get that from people who started the game, so they're compensating us for that exactly. So if you logged in 1,100 something days, you get around 200 quartz, and that shit saved my ass in my Scotty rolls and just my quartz funds in general, because I went so off the wall with my list of servants who I wanted to summon for this year. So it helped a lot. And you know, hopefully these quartz were able to help you summon for Scotty and other people and whoever you want, and just replenish your quartz fund and stuff. So it's pretty awesome, pretty good. Next up, we also have daily quests. So yeah, the daily quests are half AP right now. We also have triple success rate in leveling up CEs and servants, and then like I said, our servant and CE inventory has been expanded by 100. This is not our second archive, this is our normal one, which is pretty good because 3 years in this game, and yeah, you're gonna be running out of space all the damn time. It's just super annoying, but we got 100 more, so good on us, thank you guys. So yeah, that's pretty helpful. The daily quest is one of the big things because that's ending actually like in 2 days soon. So be sure to monopolize that, because you can have, you know, farm QP, you can farm XP because it's half AP. You get double the stuff basically if you have max stamina. You can level up your servants. You got the success rate increase and stuff. Like, I've been exploiting this so much. Like, let me tell you, I had like 150 plus golden apples before. Now I have 100, and with that I was able to grill my Okita Soji altar to level 100. What bam, awesome. And I also had a comment, so someone also did grill their Okita, I think it's Okita altar or regular Okita to 100. So good on you guys doing the work. So yeah, like, you know, take advantage of this. It's pretty good. Farm the shit out of it, because I did essentially. So another thing in terms of just leveling up servants and stuff, I always suffer from QP hell. That's like my shtick. All right, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do too. Like, I don't know how the hell people have so much higher QP that's close to the limits and stuff. Like, I envy you guys. So in January, beginning of this year, that was the Da Vinci rerun event, right? I farmed the heck of that lottery, and I was like, oh, thank goodness, I'm no longer in QP hell. I have 266 million QP. And then I spent it. That shit went gone. Like, I don't know where. I probably spent on skills and enhancing and other shit. And I was just like, damn it, I'm back in QP hell again. I'm not like too much QP hell, but like 16 million probably before this whole anniversary stuff. And, you know, leveling up a skill for a 5-star servant or anyone is just like, it just costs so much damn QP. So I just like sort of forget. And I'm just like, oh, I can enhance the skill. Like, okay, let's do it. And then I was like, oh shit, my QP. Oh shit. So yeah, essentially after leveling up my servants, like my Okita, all the 3 stars, Okada, Avis Braun, Rider Resistance, unfortunately, that ugly dude. But yeah, I leveled them up. I was like, you know, okay, I'll farm EXP and level up everyone, and then now I have everyone basically stuck at their levels. I can't ascend anyone now unless I'm missing mats. And then I farmed my EXP back because certain events are coming back soon, so my second archive is full. And then I farmed QP. Now, I am no longer in QP hell, guys. Somewhat. I believe, let me check real quick. Well, I can kind of guess. I have 200 million QP. If you times that by 2, because originally, before in my previous recording of this, I had 200 million QP farmed as well, like 216 million actually. And then I might have got carried away with skills again. And I was like, oh, I can 10-10 you, I can 10-10 you, I can get this skill 10, I can get this skill 10. And then I freaking plummeted back to 16 million. I was like, fuck. Gosh darn it, I'm back in this shit again. And then now, like the day after, or 2 days after, I farmed my shit back to 200 million. I was like, okay, stop it. Stop it. You're summoning for servants real soon. Just save your QP. Don't get freaking tempted and shit. So yeah, right now I'm currently sitting back at 200 million. There are 2 days left in this thing. I'm going to farm the shit out of it until the very end of the day. I don't want to use too much of my apples though, unfortunately, because I am really running low. I have like 100 gold and 70 silver now. So that's kind of bad. But I mean, there will be an event later in the year that will help us farm that back. So thank goodness, although I think it's pretty worth because I haven't had so much QP in so long. Maybe my goal will be to hit 300 million QP before the whole half AP thing ends. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. But you know, hopefully you guys are taking advantage of this as well. You know, you want Palingenesis people, especially like Palingenesis, and is going hand in hand with this daily questing because the QP costs, the EXP farming and stuff, it's super hand in hand. It's pretty awesome. In my phone, actually, I finally worked up my ass and got the QP and the EXP to grail my Gilgamesh. I have Gilgamesh on my phone, FYI, and Saber Altar on my phone because just cause I can. So yeah, I've been grailing so many people. Well, actually, well, yeah, I grailed Lukita. So yeah, there's that, and yeah, so take advantage of this ending real soon. Hopefully by the time this recording comes out or this video comes out, it's still going, but you get what I mean, guys. You get what I mean. Take advantage. Take advantage. Next up, we also have the Epic of Remnants. So the Epic of Remnants is also now half AP. So everything from the main story to the singularities to the Epic of Remnants now is all half AP. And when you complete the Epic of Remnants, there are 4 of them. You get 10 quartz each. So there's 4 epics, 10 quartz each. That's 40 quartz. This is actually pretty funny. I forgot about this whole thing, and I actually got this like quartz after my rolls for Scotty. So I'm just like, oh shit, I forgot about these 40 quartz. Just take it, and I kind of used it. So yeah, check out my Scotty video if you want to know what I used it for. But that's pretty cool, you know, for everyone to catch up. I know a few new players, and just catching up like with story is just like, you know, it's a work in itself. It's just at this point kind of tedious because you just got so much to do. But you know, it's pretty important, so it's pretty good that they have it half AP now, so that's good. Next campaign, we have the Servant Rank Up quest. Thank goodness, this shit is pretty awesome. So Servant Rank Up quest, I was really highly expecting because there's a lot. Like, I had so many like hypotheses and like, you know, conspiracies or whatever. It's like, you know, like, oh, we have the game engine update going on, and oh, you know, Artoria Pendragon's getting a buff. Here's like, will we get the long-awaited NP and or not NP, the animation update renewal thing? And I was like, no, we didn't get it. So yeah, that's actually a good thing to note. We did not get any animation updates for this anniversary. No early animation updates, unfortunately, and that's like, you know, it's kind of expected. It would be cool to have, but I mean, I don't like expect them to have a new animation update every single event, right? So that's, you know, we still get the buffs, which is pretty cool. So speaking of buffs, let's talk about the buffs. So like my main waifu, my main servant, my number 1 5-star servant, my first servant, Artoria Pendragon finally gets her buff with her crit skill, where instead of just giving you a bunch of crits, it also charges her NP from 20 to 30%. And that shit is pretty good because now she has like super farming potential in terms of farming stuff and wave clearing. Medusa also gets a buff. I think it's an NP buff. Exactly. Ku gets a buff. Both Kus actually. Ku Lancer and Ku Caster get a buff. And Ku Lancer's buff is so damn awesome. Like, I honestly should have suspected that they should have given them this. I was like, oh wait, he didn't have a ignore evade before? I was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, Gay Bulg is like, you know, the whole thing behind that is that it doesn't miss, and now it does. So Gay Bulg got strengthened. It ignores evades, and it's a little bit stronger now. So that's pretty awesome. Let me see. Wicker Man has a Buster card effect in this now, so that's pretty good. Other servants getting buffs. We have Dantes, Ushiwakamaru. Ushiwakamaru now has a quick buff. Tamamo Cat is a very good skill now that gives her debuff immunity so that her NP never stuns her anymore. Kojiro gets a buff and is NP. Nightingale, Edward Tech, Emiya Alter, and Hassan of the Cursed Arm, and that's it for now. So really good buffs. Honestly, that just means like 14 Saint Quartz basically, or was that 11? No, how many of these people were there? 4, 8, 12. Oh, it's only 12. Okay, yeah, so 12 quartz about. I mean, I don't have I have everyone but Dantes, so that's 11 quartz for me. That's 11 new quartz for me to get. I only did our Artoria's buff currently right now because I'm exploiting the daily quests until they end. So once the daily quests have no more half AP, then I shall focus my things onto buffing all my servants. Actually, I don't have 9 gil either. Damn. Okay. Well, that's a bunch of quartz, basically like 10 quartz at least, almost, if you have a bunch of these servants. So that's pretty good. So aside from that, we also have the newest game mechanic, which is the command codes. Now, I don't know too much about command codes. I know like how it operates. I don't know anything about like future OP command codes, like 5-star command codes or 4-star command codes. I just know like how to equip it, and that's about it, because that's how much they really showed, to be honest. So essentially, it's kind of like the same thing where you equip craft essence to a servant in battle. You can now equip like this little craft essence kind of thing to your servant's cards and their deck and stuff. So an example here, you'll see they always use Artoria because she's the face, right, of Fate. And essentially they're saying like, oh, you need a key to unlock her Buster card to put on the CE command code thing, you know, that sort of item thing, and then it gets a buff. So then for example, like the 1-stars we have in the friend points right now is like, if you hit with this card, you can heal 200 HP or something like that, or get more crit gather rate to this card. So that's pretty good in some ways. The only issue that I have with this mechanic so far is that I don't know too much about it per se. And you know, the fact that you have to use keys and items to open the cards and then remove the command codes if you choose to is very limited, because they give you a few in the Mana Prism store, but they're expensive as fuck. Like, gosh darn. And then like, you know, you need color specific ones to equip a deck. Like a green one opens the quick card, and the blue one opens the arts card, vice versa. So they're limited. And you know, I've seen a few people on my friends list actually with command codes already, and I'm just like, cool, you can do that. I don't know too much about command codes, so I'm not gonna like put them on right away. You know, I want to see what the 5-star and the 4-star command codes can do and stuff. So that's just my warning to you. If you want to put command codes on your servants, then go ahead. I mean, just be wary that the cost that, you know, you have to do to take it off or put it on and stuff, you know, be wary of those, because future command codes will come out that'll be like, you know, 4-star or 5-star and be really good. So, you know, be wary of this. And honestly, I also don't have Mana Prism, so I can't just like be unlocking shit and then putting them on and then just like, oh, just kidding, I changed my mind, there's a better one right there. So, you know, be careful with the command codes. Overall, this is a pretty cool mechanic, and I can't wait to see it get expanded further with as time goes by. So that's awesome. Next, we have the guaranteed 5-star. So the guaranteed 5-star was 15 quartz, 15 paid quartz, not 30 anymore. To the recollection of my memory, I'm pretty sure a majority of the JP ones now after this are 15 quartz. I don't think I've seen like a guaranteed 5-star be 30 quartz in like quite a while, so that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure everyone's done their guaranteed 5-star by now. If you haven't done your guaranteed 5-star by now, then you must be free to play, or you know, trying to gather some funds, right? But hopefully everyone's able to go take this opportunity because it's half priced, and you know, get a new awesome servant. You know, there's a lot of good banners out there. The Riders one, the Lancers one, the extra one in particular is also really good. You guys have good potential and stuff. As for me, I rolled on the Rider class. I'm assuming if you've seen a lot of my videos, you know why I rolled in the Rider class, and you can check it out on my channel. Also, it's there. It's only 5 minutes long because it's just literally one multi-roll, but yeah, it's pretty fun. I also did it with my buds who are coming back to the game. One's coming back to the game, one's fresh off the thing with the game, and he's like trying to get extra servants. They're both rolling on extras. I'm going for riders, so it's pretty entertaining to watch. Check it out on my channel. I also have the double Scotty videos, and we also did a group summoning together. It's pretty interesting doing a group summoning. It's really different from what I've seen so far, and I honestly really liked it. So check them out and stuff. And that's it for now. Well, I guess I could talk about Scotty. So yeah, Scotty had her trial quest and everything. That's another ticket right there. The summoning campaign for Scotty. I mean, yeah, I'm assuming a lot of people went to roll for Scotty, but this banner is pretty good. Like the CEs from the anniversary banner are really good. We have the 5-star CE, which can start you at like 50% battery and NP, and it gives you crit damage and star gathering, which is really, I haven't seen a CE like this like too much. Like this is probably a really good good CE to equip. And then the 4-star CE is really good. It also does quick plus 10% and then NP gain at 55% or whatever. Limit broken, I don't remember, but this is like, you know, oh hey, we have a new quick caster, and then this is 4-star CE that increases quick gain and NP gain, you know, like goes hand in hand. Pretty awesome. I was able to limit break the 4-star CE one, and guess how many 5-star CEs that I pulled? Well, I'll tell you, I only pulled one, and you can see it if you check out the Scotty roll video, but that shit was just like, oh my goodness, like, I just want one, because honestly, having this CE is pretty good for new players, because it's like, this is a CE that starts you at 50 without being limit broken. That's pretty, like, you know, good, technically, right? So, if you limit break this, it starts you at 60. So if you have a lot, my friend Joker, who rolled and is the new player, he got a bunch of these. He has like 1 limit broken and then 3 extras. So that's really good, because, you know, if you're starting off the game and you don't have a kaleidoscope, then this is like the next best thing. It starts you at 50 base. Like, that's pretty rare. Like, I don't know, dive to blue and other things like that, they start you like, what, 20 or 30? Like, you know, no, this one, just start at 50, you're halfway done, and then you just bring a support waiver, and then bam, you can NP. That's pretty awesome. So this anniversary CE, really good, really good. So hopefully you guys were able to limit break them or get at least one of them per se, you know. So that's it. And then Scotty also has rate ups with everyone else from the singularities and stuff. Is it also the epics? Oh, it's not the epics. Okay, so it's just the singularity. So from Orleans to Babylon, and then there's also one for Holmes if you really want Holmes. But I personally don't recommend rolling for this unless you just like, unless you can, then, you know, be worried, because rolling for this is just like, besides from Scotty solo, there's just too much rate up like, you know, rate up mess of rate ups and stuff, because you have 2 5-stars fighting for rate up, and then a bunch of 4-stars and 3-stars and stuff like that. I went solo for Scotty, and then me and my buds did too, and yeah, that was pretty cool. But I mean, if you're really trying to go for someone from the story, then I mean, I guess so, go for it. But my personal recommendation is not to do that, because the rate ups are way too messy. So I think that's it with the anniversary. Actually, let me see. I'm just checking real quick all my stuff. I think that's it actually. In terms of anything else besides the anniversary, there was also the banner for whatchamacallit, for the gold. Oh, I was about to say Lost Belt 2. Lost Belt 2's thing, I can't pronounce that name. I can pronounce Anastasia, but not that name. We had the Brynhild banner with the Valkyrie and Sigurd, and that was pretty. I mean, for people who were trying to roll for them, it was really awesome. I personally would have liked, you know, Valkyrie, because she's a Saber face, and she is drawn by the artist of Saber. But my luck sucks for 4-stars, as I'm experiencing this year. And wait, is it this year? Yeah, this year. And I actually did a YOLO roll. So I guess I spoiled the YOLO roll, but I did like 2 YOLO rolls for this banner. I was like hoping for a Gold Lancer and Valkyrie, but I didn't get anything. So yeah, hopefully you guys got that stuff. It's pretty good. I think that's it for now in terms of anniversary. The anniversary so far, really good. You know, it's still going. We have 2 days left. If anything, like, make sure you do the memorial quest, because I think they have a little bit more flexible time. The half AP stuff is ending real soon. You know, do the memorial quest. Don't stress out about them too much. They are free summon tickets, but I mean, like 5 AP. If you have to use a command seal, then go ahead and do it. Like, no one's gonna, like, you know, talk damn about you or whatever. But I honestly just wanted the free tickets for summer, because that's coming soon, right? So yeah, there's that. Now, I guess that's it for the anniversary stuff. Now then, we talk hypotheticals. Not hypotheticals, because just recently, well, the day after I recorded that original recording of this podcast, right, I was like, okay, I was doing this whole like conspiracy thing where I'm just like, not conspiracy thing, this like, you know, like a clairvoyance discussion talk thing where I was like, okay, so clearly the anniversary is like kind of boring. I'm not like boring, but like I'm getting bored of farming QP and XP, right? So I'm like, when is summer gonna come out? So if summer is, the summer heat re-race, the rerun is 16 days, then And the Summer Festival, the next summer, which is with John Alter and stuff, takes the duration of 20 days. Then that means if you place the event in this day and it ends at this day, and then there's a break in between the events, and then we can have the timeline back in order with the Summer Servant Festival and yada yada yada, that whole like discussion thing. No, we got it announced actually. So Summer Servant Festival, the Dead Heat Summer Race, the Summer 3 rerun with Ishtar Rider, is coming back on July 17, which is exactly 3 days from now, and it will go on until August 1st. So that is indeed, that's 16. Oh, wait, is that 16 days? Oh, that's 14 days. Okay, it's a little bit shorter, but I mean, that's still pretty good. That's a good amount of time. We have until the end of the month to get this event, and that's a lot of time actually. And with that, technically, if we can go back to the original timeline, that means if because in JP the Summer Servant Festival started on August 9, that would mean if we end on August 1, that's a whole week break in between to take a break from summer and the farming and shit, and that actually makes sense. So that means we can potentially go back on the timeline and stuff, and you'll be back in order for everything else. So nice, very nice. So yes, the Summer Heat Race for Summer Rerun event is coming soon, 3 days from now. Prepare your quartz if everyone was trying to prepare for this thing, because I was trying to prepare for it. We were supposed to get this after Guda Guda 3, but then, you know, apparently the anniversary date for us is like the 25th, so they had to shift things around. And honestly, thinking about that right now, that is somewhat cause for concern, because if essentially, you know, our date is different, our anniversary date for NA is different from JP, then that means, like, you know, they might have to shift around a few things also for the next anniversary. I don't know the event's timeline for that, like, to heart, but I mean, if they had to, like, switch the event orders and stuff and, you know, delay this thing until now, then, you know, it has me worried, because if I'm trying to roll for someone, I want to roll for them, okay? I don't want to, like, have to, like, fight between them, okay, guys? And, yes, I will be rolling for Maid Altar in this event. So that's like a hint as to who I did not get in my GSSR for writers, if you've not checked out that video. So yes, get your quartz ready, guys. Aside from Maid Altar, so there's also so that's the part 2 banners. The part 1 banners with the famous Nero Claudius caster. You have Neocris Assassin, Frankenstein Saber, Oda Nobunaga Berserker, who I would really like, although she will get a rate up also in the Guda Guda 4 if you're trying to get for her and you're trying to save your quartz and whatnot. So that's a backup plan for anyone trying to get Nobu. And then part 2 is with Maid Altar, Helena Archer, and then Raiko Lancer. So yes, stay tuned for that video, guys, because my vengeance will be swift, and I will swear to get this damn maid this time. Commence Operation Maid Watch, if you get that reference. So yeah, that's cool. So, you know, it's really funny that, like, I was conspiring of, like, okay, when are we gonna get this event last time, but then now we actually got the confirmed date, and I was like, shit, well, I don't have to use that slide anymore. So there's that. So the timeline fits, you know, this is till the start of August, and then, you know, August 9th could be the Summer Festival. So we're back on timeline. Awesome, pretty good. Yes, so aside from that, I think that's it so far, actually. So that's it for all the anniversary stuff. I'll do a quick recap of the anniversary stuff. So far we had the daily quests, you know, half AP and stuff. Use that stuff to your exploit. Farm for QP. Farm QP like me. If you hate beacon QP held, then farm your QP and your XP. Level up your servants. Palingenesis them if you want to, as you wish. Palingenesis your husbandos and waifus. And then the memorial quests, you know, just get them, you know, do your traveling seas, at least to Babylon if you can't do the epics. And use your command seals if you have to. They're free tickets, basically. Hopefully your GSSR and your Scotty rolls were pretty good. Yeah, mine were, you know, I could say what I got, but check out the video in my channel description, or in my channel. And yeah, and we also have the servant buffs. That's also a few quartz right there. So, you know, Medusa, Ku, a lot of good servants to upgrade. Ushiwaka, pretty awesome. So now we go into our Q&A segment. So yes, last podcast was like that breaking news thing where I was like super paranoid about all the events switching orders, and it technically happened. But in that podcast, I said that I would do a Q&A. If you leave questions on those videos, on the podcast videos, about anything Fate related or stuff, and I will answer them in the comments, and maybe also in video right now. So we're gonna do that. And a majority of these comments I actually honestly just answered in the comment section below, but I'm just reiterating them for entertainment wise stuff. So hope you enjoy. So first question from Tsundere-sama. Tsundere-sama. I really hope I can roll for Scotty before summer hits. And also, if she does not drop on the 25th, since Anime Expo is cancelled, we might get her during the Aniplex live stream. This is a really interesting question, and I actually don't have my reply here, unfortunately. But this is a pretty good topic, actually, because I honestly forgot about the Aniplex live stream. So I guess we'll talk about that right now. So surprisingly, which is a good, like, you know, conspiracy clairvoyance thing, you know, I was like, oh, when does we getting the announcement for the anniversary stuff, right? So before we had the Chaldea broadcast announcement thing, volume 9 for the anniversary, we had like an Aniplex online festival live stream broadcast thing going on, and it's basically like Aniplex talking about a bunch of like their, you know, their projects and stuff, their animes and whatnot. And then there was a Fate segment there. I'm just like, wait, what? There's a Fate segment there? I was like, could this be where they're gonna announce like the anniversary and Scotty and stuff? And I unfortunately did not get to watch it live because I missed out on it. I forgot to remind myself when it was airing on YouTube and live and stuff. But I looked at skims of it, and they didn't do too much Grand Order stuff, like Newsworth stuff. But essentially, this whole thing, which is pretty cool if you watched it, it's like they had like some voice actors and stuff in there talking about their, you know, the Fate verse and like what they like about Fate and stuff. So I think they had Sakura on there, I think, and then they also had the master Fujimaru Ritsuka, the boy, the main dude, in there, and I forgot who the other two were. I think the other two, one of them was like, there's two girls and two boys, right? I think one of them was Arash and Gills. I don't remember. He could have been a voice actor. I think it was Gills, because they talk about like, so essentially in this thing they talk about favorite moments from the Fate animes and stuff like that. So they really like pull up clips and stuff from like Zero, Heaven's Feel, UBW, Babylon and stuff. Little good like you know, moments in Fate anime stuff history. And they're just like talking about how much they love the series and the universe and like, you know, the story and whatnot. And you know, it's like, it's really good. I really love the Fate verse. It's really so much potential and stuff. And I really resonate with some of them, what they said. And some of them do play Grand Order, I think. So yeah, one of the big takeaways, if I could say anything from that that whole Fate gathering talk thing, is that one of the people on there, I forget who it was, but they were like, oh, I really wish that Ufotable would do the Fate route afterwards. And I'm just like, yes, like, and then they're just like, keep saying that, yes, keep saying that. So yeah, you know, everyone like always talks about the famous Studio Dean 2006 Fate, which I did watch, and you know, people give it some hate. I understand, but like I legit watched that first before UBW or Zero. So that kind of introduced me into the Fate verse and stuff, and I kind of dig it still. So, you know, props to them. You know, they try to do it and it's cool and whatnot. Yes, like comparing to what we have now, like it's a big difference, but I mean, it's still like, you know, it's the OG. Okay, I watched it, I dig it. You know, I grew up with that. That's my first exposure to Fate. So I don't want to hate on it too much, but I mean, yeah. So like technically, like it's a good question to ask. Like, so after they do Heaven's Feel 3, because that shit got pushed because of the damn pandemic, right? You know, what happens after Heaven's Feel 3? Like, so they done with animating Fate? Like, you know, that's like, there's like basically one more route left to be animated. It's sitting right there, you know, opportunity right there. Unless they do like Hollow Ataraxia or Fate Prototype or like Fate Redline, Fate Strange Fake. Like, there's so much other Fate titles to do that Ufotable can do. But like after you Heaven's Feel, there's a chance of opportunity right there, you know. Just the Fate route, because like honestly, so much people like really want to see the Fate route. There's like a huge desire to see the Fate route reimagined and stuff. So the desire is there. It's just like Ufotable just gotta do it. And it's like, yes, okay, we heard you. After Heaven's Feel, we will finally do the Fate route, and then like after that, it's whatever. It's fair game. They can do Hollow Araxia, Prototype, Redline, Grand Order. If they've animated a thing from Grand Order, that'd be pretty boss. I don't know which one they do though, but you know, there's so much potential for that there right now. Like, you know, personally for me, I would really like to see the Fate route reimagined with current stuff, because I have my mates, Joker especially. He finally he's watching Fate UBW and Heaven's Feel. And yeah, they're all good, and I've been rewatching them alongside with him, and I'm just like, can we get the Fate route like also too? Like just please, like at least sometime in my lifetime, like can I see the Fate route reimagined with UFO table and stuff? Like, can I please? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone wants that, but I mean, like, I don't want to hate on Dean because I watched it and stuff, but like, can we just get it, please? Like, if they finish Heaven's Field 3 and then they go to like Demon Slayer Season 2, and I'm just like, gosh darn it, it's like, no more. Unless they do like another Fate Emiya cooking show, like a second season of that, I'm just like, gosh darn it, like, when will we will never get a Fate route adaptation or some shit like that, or something like that. But I mean, there's hope, there's a desire, there's an opportunity there. It's just like, they just gotta do it. I don't know if they'll do like a anime or a movie style like UBW or Heaven's Field, but we'll see. I just want to see it. It's right there. After that, you can do whatever. You can take a break. You can go to Demon Slayer or something. I just want the Fate route. I just want that one. That's like the first one. So, anyways, so that's it. That's like the big takeaway I saw from the stream. I didn't watch it fully. I just kind of saw tidbits and clips and stuff and screenshots, fortunately, so I'll probably watch it later on. But that's a good question. Thank you, Sunori-sama. And it actually reminded me about that thing. I don't know about this Aniplex or Anime Expo. Anime Expo got canceled. Okay, yeah, of course. A lot of things got canceled by certain things, unfortunately. Next comment. I hope they announce more animation updates like they did with the last one from Nod Commander 45. And I know you actually commented a lot on my videos with the roles. So, very good question, actually. Before the whole anniversary thing, everyone was like speculating. It's like, oh, game engine updates, Artoria gets a buff, do we get it early? And no, like I said previously in the podcast, we did not get any new animation updates. Whatchamacallit, this for the anniversary, we did not get anything early. So that begs a good question, what other animation updates can we get super early that's like doable, right? So I was thinking about this actually. So, of course, like one of the biggest animation updates are things that I want is like Rider Saber Alter and her biker shit from Shinjuku. But I was looking at it and I was like, oh, they need like freaking items from after Lost Belt 4. So I'm just like, oh shit, well I guess we have to literally wait until that. So then, but the ones that are doable, right? It's it would be Saber Alter, not Saber, Saber Artoria Pendragon 5-star, Saber Lily, Gilgamesh, and then they also really did what did they do? They did Steno and Uriel for the Heaven's Field thing, although that's still ongoing because they haven't released Heaven's Field yet in Japan. But yeah, there's a little, I don't know any other big anime. Oh, Marie Antoinette, there's a few other animation updates I can think of. But yeah, in terms of like getting animation updates early, it's a good question. There's like hypothetical dates you can think of, right? I'm sorry about that. But for example, I think like, what's a good opportunity? I'm trying to like pull this out my ass right now. Actually, yeah, so Gilgamesh's animation update. So a good time to do that would be like, Heaven's Field 3 for North America, or actually real close, the Battle of New York, which is basically Gilfest, or Fate Zero, actually, the Fate Zero rerun. So it's very possible that you can have the Gil animation update when that happens. I actually don't know when that animation update comes out. Was it an anniversary thing or a New Year's thing? It might have been the same time as Saber. So yeah, like that's a doable thing. Like if they get it early and with the game engine has been updated and stuff, it's very possible we can get that animation update like at the Battle of New York. It's a hypothetical thing, but if it happens, then that Domo's a genius, right? The same goes for Artoria and Artoria Lily. I forget. Well, I think I don't remember if Saber Wars 2 happened before the animation changed. I think it did. So Saber Wars 2 is a good, opportunity for Saber Lily to get her animation update. Saber Artoria 5-star can also get hers maybe during like a Heaven's Field promotional thing, because she also gets the invisible sword air thing, which is a pretty awesome costume, I say. And that's a potential thing. I don't know anything else related to Artoria that would give her a thing, like an early animation update. Maybe like New Year's next year, or like a download campaign, maybe. Who knows? It's really early. It's hard to tell. But I mean, like, we can just speculate, Like, honestly, the Gilgamesh animation thing and the Battle of New York is actually a pretty good, like, assumption I just thought of. it's possible. We'll see, unfortunately, when that happens. But I mean, yeah, I would love to see animation updates early because they just look so damn good. And then can we just get Ushiwaka, please? Like, can we just like update Ushiwaka? Like, 5th anniversary for JP is coming soon. Can you just like, you know, can we get that like now, please? Like, seriously, like everyone wants it. Like, that's like the same thing with Ufotable and the Fate route. Can we just like, everyone just desires Ushiwaka to be reanimated? Like, please, please, please do that works. So yeah, there's that. That was a pretty good, interesting topic to think about. And, you know, we'll get them eventually. You know, be patient. We do get them early. I think we got, like, Ilya's early. We got the whole, like, bunch of servants from previously before the game engine updated. So that's a pretty good topic to discuss. But, you know, patience. We'll get them very soon. And I want them too, so. Next question comes from Kaito Age. Will you roll the GSSR rider for Made Alter? And, I already answered this question already, like, in the podcast. But, yes, I did roll the GSSR, the rider GSSR for its hopes for Made Alter. You know, yeah, it was like the whole thing, like way before the anniversary when the Lost Belt 2 stream, where I was just like, oh, we have a Lost Belt 2 Chaldea broadcasting going on. I was like, oh shit, are we getting Lost Belt 2 early? Wait, then that would mean that the summer rerun got pushed back, and then oh shit, that means Scotty would come first, and then oh shit, then the summer rerun go first, and that means I have to roll for Scotty, and then I don't know if I have courts for Mid Alter, and then I was like, oh no. Basically my thinking, right? So then I actually do reply, so I'm just like, oh, it's funny. I couldn't sleep last night because I was contemplating the exact same thing. If the summer rerun is pushed after the anniversary, then I might have to just do that. And I did, and I failed. So we'll be getting a rolling video for Made Alter, and I'll have my damn revenge. And speaking of the GSSR, they're both pretty good. Like, the Rider GSSR is pretty solid. I'm not going to say who I got because you can check that out. It's just 5 minutes and come back here. But yeah, the Rider GSSR is not that bad. Like, out of all the riders, I only have Drake, and then like and most of the riders I wanted in a single target hit rider because I always use Kentoki and Ushi and stuff. But you know, I do want Made Alter because of my Saber collection, basically. But everyone else is really good, like Ozymandias, Quetzalcoatl, Medbee, Achilles, Iskander, Ivan the Terrible, even though I didn't try to go for him at all. Like, these are all really solid riders, and if you don't have any of these people, then like they're really good. Like, even Medbee, I contemplated Medbee. I'm like, if I roll on this and I get Medbee, I'd be so damn pissed. I was like, no, you know what? She's actually a single target anti-male rider. So I'm like, okay, fine, you're good. And for extras, the extras are pretty good too. Like, the extras, like everyone in the extras is really good. Maybe not John Vanilla, but I mean, she's still pretty good. I mean, she's not like limited per se, but she's just still really good. And like, they're all limited, and then you're guaranteed Antonio Salieri, who is a 3-star Avenger AoE, so that's pretty good. And like, yeah, those two are like one of the best ones. The other one I said was the Lancer one, who has limited like 5 stars. There's like only like 3 or 4 or 5 stars in the Lancer GSSR, so they're pretty good. Like, let me know who you guys rolled for. I think I might have actually asked that in the GSSR video, but yeah, you know, they're pretty good. And New Year's GSSR, actually, to do some clairvoyance EX fortune telling right now. New Year's will be not class specific, but it'll be from the general limited pool of servants. So that means they have like 20 servants that are limited. So that ranges from Merlin, Gilgamesh, the extra classes, Scotty, Merlin, Summer, I can't think of right now, but yeah, basically a limited pool of 20. So that means you know, your chances of getting spooked may be a thing, but this is a pretty good GSSR for limited people. If you're new or you don't have a lot of these limited people, that's really good GSSR to take on. Or the prototype Okita Soji, that's actually a pretty good one. If I get that, then I'll have my double Okita power. So there's that. Yeah, so there's that. Do I have another question? Do I have another one? I don't think I do. Okay, guys, I think that's it, actually. Okay. Well, actually, in terms of that, so thank you guys for leaving comments on my previous video, and I just enjoy reading your comments and, you know, answering them and commenting them in the comments. So, if you guys have a question, leave it in the comments below about Fate, and if you want it to be answered, you know, on the next podcast, the FGO podcast, whenever I do that, then I will answer them publicly for you. And like, you know, like, who should I save for next year, or who should I save my quartz for, or what are your tips on this party, or blah blah blah. You know, if you have any question Fate related, you want to ask me who my favorite servant is, like who's like your unexpected favorite servant from this year or whatever. Leave those in the comments below, and I'll answer them, like, you know, in the comments, and maybe also in the next podcast and stuff. Fate related questions. So yes, and I think that's it. So it's actually been an hour now, and I think this is a good point to call it off now. It's the same amount of time I did last recording. So thank you all, everyone, for listening or watching, whatever you do. It's been great. The anniversary has been really awesome and great. It's been really chill so far because I'm literally just I'm farming QP and XP and stuff. So the fact that we got the summer rerun announced for the 17th, 3 days from now, that's a pretty good, things to expect from there. And of course, expect the Rider Made Altar video. Like, I think it's a week after the part 2 stuff comes out, so you have to wait a bit. Actually, also, let me check one more thing, because I have to wait for the raid ups to be changed, because I do not seriously want another Helena Archer. No offense, I think I have her NP 1 or 2. I think I have Raiko actually NP 1 or 2. So that's, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? That's another 6 days in. Gosh darn it. So that's like that's like 2 weeks almost to wait for the one raid up with Raiko, Lancer, and Made Altar. Gosh darn it. So yeah, expect that time to have a video or a roll video and stuff. And yeah, you know, thank you for watching. If you haven't checked out all the anniversary videos I made, so I had the GSSR, my Scotty rolls, my buds, and then the solo video rolls, then check them out. And just let me know how you guys been handling the anniversary. Have you guys been QP farming, XP farming? Have you guys grilled anyone? Leave it in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next FGO video or FGO video or FGO podcast or video on my channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe. Ring the bell if you are interested. And we have hit 950 subscribers. Thank you all so much. You know, my goal for 2020 is to hit 1,000 by the end, and we're getting there slowly and steadily. So thank you all once again, everyone. So anyways, guys, thank you all, and I will see you all next time. Take care, guys, and save your quartz, save your tickets, because Made Altar is coming, and soon afterwards, the new summer with John Archer and BB and a few other servants. So take care, everyone. See you all when the maid comes, and prepare for Operation Maid Watch.